Hi, welcome to Sacred Spaces. Tonight's episode we're in Whittlesea. I'm at the country retreat of John Gowen from Comdain Homes. I'm joined by Troy Jones of CSR Gyprock. John, tell me about this wonderful home.
Thanks, Glenn. Nice to meet you.
You too.
The home we purchased this property here in Whittlesea sort of 5 years ago. There's an old farmhouse on the block, pretty much in exactly the same footprint as where the new home is. Best place on the property. We walked the property, myself and my wife Karen walked the property looking for a better place, but this was the place to be. It was sheltered from the winds and so forth, we picked the spot. Yes, I'm the builder of the home, and this is what we do for our clients day in, day out, is design and construct. So it was a good chance for myself and Karen to put the shoe on the other foot and be the client. So it was great to see the other side of it. It was fantastic. So we sat down with our design team, our senior designer Melissa, sat down and blank sheet of paper and then drew up what we want. We had a great idea of what we wanted initially, with a lot of cutouts. We spent a lot of time doing it. We lived in the old farmhouse for about 4 years, so that gave us plenty of time to say, this is how we want.
Yes,
and because we knew the property as well, we knew where the sun come, we knew where the winds were coming and so forth, so it gave us a great opportunity to say, yep, this is how we want it. Our design team then works with our brief, and we sort of, what you see behind us is what we've put together. We've been here 12 months now. We found the livability of the home. It's ticked off every box.
Fantastic.
It was great. So it was a great experience from food design, the construction. It was fantastic. Yes.
And Troy, just to ask about your contribution as well.
Oh, we're just Gyprock's so proud to be a part of, to complement this property. It's a lovely property. It's an impeccable home, and to be able to have some of our Gyprock specialty products in there, particularly our perforated plasterboard, is exciting for us and exciting for you, I'm sure.
So when did the collaboration start?
Oh, it was through the build project, as John said. It was 12 to 18 months really, through the design phase and constant communication between ourselves to end up with what you're going to see later on. I think you'll be impressed.
Looks like a wonderful home. I'm very excited. So let's go in and then explore.
Yep, love to show you.
Okay, let's go. Right. So Troy, tell me about your collaboration with Comdain Homes and the finish on this nice room.
Well, Gyprock and Comdain have had a 30-year relationship, so we understand the Comdain quality is paramount to them. And you'll see throughout this home that having the best of finishes, clean lines, you can see square set throughout the house. We think it's come up immaculate. It was really about understanding what Comdain wanted out of this particular build, and I think we've achieved that. It is the best of finishes, and we had to work and have constant communication through this build process to make sure that the outcome fell in line with what the original aspiration was.
So tell me a bit about that close collaboration. How's that?
Just constant communication back and forth throughout the build, getting a really clear brief at the start, and making sure that at the end we delivered for Comdain, so that Comdain can deliver for their customers.
Well, look, it's a really nice finish, and it seems to be quite beautifully done. So you must be happy.
The finish throughout the home, as you'll see, is fantastic. I mean, if you just look around you here, it looks immaculate.
Wonderful. Okay, thanks much. So John, we're now inside your beautiful home. This is a wonderful room full of light. There's a real feeling of calm. And I just love the vista as well. Tell me a little bit about this room.
As you mentioned, it is a beautiful light-filled room. It's the hub of our home. Me and Karen are now pretty much empty nesters. So although it's a large room and light and space in this room, for two of us it's fantastic, but there's nothing to have a weekend here with 50, 60 people in this room.
Really?
And it copes just as well. It's, again, very livable. Like every house, it's the hub of the home, no doubt whatsoever. We've taken advantage of the views from this room. We've got great views, virtually 360 degrees. Behind us, there's sort of some fantastic views. The north light, we get a lot of north light in this room, so the energy efficiency is fantastic in this space. We're double glazed, all the glass is double glazed, bulk insulation for our ceilings and our walls. So whether it be summer, winter, it's just a fantastic, really nice ambience in this space here.
No, I can feel it. No, it is. It's just oozes, calm and light. Troy, tell me a little bit about your collaboration.
Well, given the design of the home and the fact that this room in particular could have 2 people in it or multiple people, as John said, we had to come up with a product that was going to be aesthetically pleasing and equally and probably more importantly have some really good acoustic properties. And often it's not easy to get the balance right. Things can look good and not perform so well. So in this particular room, we've come up with our 6mm round hole Gyprock perforated plasterboard product. And the key for us was to have it looking really good so you can't see any joins, and one that was going to make it comfortable for whether it was just John and Kerrod in the house or a room full of people, and not have that reverberation of sound and muffled noise in the background. So we had a product in our suite of products that was able to work for this particular room. And it looks fantastic.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about in detail the collaboration between you and John on the...
Yeah, well, John was clear about the design of the home, and we were working together through that phase to offer a number of products that were going to fit the design in terms of the shape of the ceiling, the span of the ceiling, but also give him something that was going to be something that he was proud of, to be able to look up, and when people came into this room, would have a bit of a wow factor. But not only have the wow factor, have it a comfortable place for them to be in. And I think we've achieved that.
Yeah, I think you have. So John, tell me about the collaboration with Gyprock. How did it go for you?
Yeah, very important aspect to this whole build. As I mentioned earlier, I want the light and space in the house. That was critical in our design. Myself and Karen wanted that sort of feel of our home. We always knew with the polished concrete floors, the amount of glass and the high ceilings, we're sort of nearly 5.5 metres high in this area, there's always going to be an issue acoustically. So it was important to us to find a product. Our own design team looked at various products, a bit more commercial, which we didn't want that look. We wanted that still, we were in a dwelling here, a residential dwelling, so we had to find something to really suit, again, the space and so forth. So we didn't want anything hanging from our ceilings and such. So did a fair bit of research. Not actually through Troy himself, but through CSR. And they had multiple products just coming onto the market, but the 6mm one's the one we sort of chose. We thought it was the best look for what we wanted. It doesn't stand out. You hardly notice it at all, to be honest. And it's worked fantastic for us since. So yeah, it's been a really good product.
Yeah, because I mean, as you come into the room, the first thing that catches my eye, I think, is just the bigness, the vastness of it. Then there's the floor, then there's the brickwork, and the ceiling itself is actually quite subtle. And I think that's a really good effect.
Exactly.
That, you know, I mean, we're talking here, and it's a nice, calm sound. There's no reverberation, so it's a very subtle effect.
Yeah, no, totally. And I said we've got such beautiful views out of every window. You don't want something hanging down. You don't want the noise or the reverberation and so forth. So yeah, it's worked fantastic for us.
Yeah. So Troy, are you happy?
Oh, absolutely. I think, architecturally it looks impressive. It's not dominant. It's not in your face. It's not an eyesore. Complements the house beautifully. And I think the acoustic properties of this 6mm perforated board has really done everything that we would hope it would do, and the feedback's been great. This is exactly what it was designed to do in a residential dwelling.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You must be both very happy, because it complements the whole feel and shape, you know, and atmosphere of the room.
Yeah, totally. We've even put in this, on the property itself, there's a beautiful red barn behind us here, and we've sort of done the fireplace and a similar. So that's the feel we want in the room. We wanted that homely feel. That it's not a commercial space. It's our family room and such. So yeah, it works great.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, look, I was wondering, guys, where's the next place you want to take me to?
We might head into the rumpus area.
Yep. Okay, let's go then.
Thank you.
Sounds good. John, so we're now in the living room. Once again, another very livable space, very comfortable. Tell me a little bit about the livability of this home and how that was integrated into design.
Yeah, as of all Comdain homes, livability it's enormous. It is obviously so important for your day-to-day amenities and so forth. And that good livability comes from good design. You're getting your orientations correct and so forth, knowing what you want and such. And that's what our team's very good at, is extracting that information out of our clients and such. But this space here, again, designed, we still design it as a family home. This end of the home now is for the kids when they come back, their grandparents and so forth. We watched through the whole kitchen, the way our kitchen works and such. Livability is a very important aspect to it. Livability involves the environment, you know, where your sun comes in and so forth, the heating of the house and such. We think we knew what we wanted in our home, in our design process, and again, by working with our design team, we extract that and we get that down on paper, and then we source the products to suit and so forth. So that's what we do with every, as a Comdain home. And It's nothing like going back to a Comdain home. Once you're finished, once they're furnished, and then you actually can see the livability, and it becomes a good, peaceful space, and that's what it's all about. So that's our livability, yes.
And I imagine that can be quite a painstaking process, because you've got to take time, you've got to listen, and active listening.
You hit the nail on the head, Glenn. Exactly right. Listening is everything. There's designers in the marketplace that design what they want to design as such. I think what we're very good at, and especially Melissa, our senior designer, is listening to what our clients want. No doubt we're the experts. We do it day in, day out, and we know why and how's and the way it should be and such. But it's about listening to your clients and building what they want. Everyone's got a budget, no doubt. Everyone's got different thoughts, different ideas and such, but we've got to bring that budget together with the latest materials. We like to think we're cutting edge and we're a step above the rest, in the marketplace. So we've got to make sure our clients get all that for their dollar and such, and that all comes back to that livability. Exactly right.
Also, it's also a question, I think, of interpretation as well. Sometimes finding what a client needs, and maybe even coming up with something that they don't expect, and giving them a surprise.
No doubt. Again, not so much a mistake, but a thing a lot of clients will think about today. They don't think about 5 years' time, 10 years' time. And in the life we lead now, everyone's so busy, 5 and 10 years go by very quickly. And they're sort of designing the house for their kids at this age and such. But before you know it, they're teenage kids, they're bringing their friends home and so on and so forth. So a good designer thinks about that, thinks about the future, and thinks about all the products that suit that sort of lifestyle also. Yeah.
Absolutely. We're now joined by your beautiful wife Karen, and we're in the al fresco area, which is another example of great living. Tell me a bit about this area.
The al fresco area, you're right, it is a fantastic space. It's a very important space, I think, and everyone's living in these days, whether there's kids in these areas or adults or entertaining. Numerous things can happen out in these spaces. It's directly off the house, it's off the kitchen. You've got to get your design right, make sure the al fresco works. It's no good having a beautiful space that you can't get to, you can't use. It's a bit like, it's got to be user-friendly and such. Again, very important in the design aspect. Again, we've had numerous people out here. We've had dinners for the two of us out here. We've got beautiful lighting built in, which you can't actually see it. It's hidden in the timbers and so forth. The pool is a backdrop, and then my beautiful land behind that with the cattle down the back. It's a fantastic space. You love it.
Yeah. And Karen, as the entertainer, the hostess, you must be very pleased with this space.
Oh, it's fantastic. We actually have a lot of family functions together, and our family actually, I think there's 50 of us when we get together now. So we use the space inside for the kitchen bench as a place to place all the food, where the flow can flow back out here, and we enjoy the drop of the beautiful views.
I think that's very important, that there's a flow between the inside and the outside. It's all more sort of like all one.
And it's great, and it makes life much easier for myself. I don't have crowds gathering around my bench or in the kitchen looking for somewhere to sit. Everyone's really happy to come and sit out here because of our gorgeous views, and it's just really comfortable and cosy.
Wonderful. And once again, John, this is another example of livability, which is obviously the byword of the whole house.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about it in more detail.
Yeah. Again, it is a buzzword, but it is so important to anyone's design. And again, as I mentioned earlier, when we first met, just the time it's taken to design your home and know what you want in your house. And in this particular home here, again, being rural, and don't ask me why, but we all use our back doors.
Yeah, sure.
We come in the back door, you kick your dirty boots off and such. We've designed for that. So come in through the laundry, there's a place to put your boots and your coats and such. But yeah, it's a place for that. We've got a giant cupboard in the laundry. So we've thought about what we want. And this is what we do with our clients. We really extract out of them of how they live. So you come in through that space of the laundry, and I've got a little study nook, as we call it. And it's somewhere we just come in, put our car keys, put our phones. We've got electronics here to put out to plug your phones in, charge. And it's all sitting there. You're not pulling cords out, this and that. So it's a good, easy space. You come through there, and also that little nook is your daily mail, all those sorts of things. So they're not cluttering up your kitchen benches. I love this minimalistic style of living, and a lot of our clients do also. But it gives you that space you come through there into your kitchen meals, family room and such. You have your evening meal and so forth. We've got the separate rumpers. So again, we've designed it on how we want to live. I love in the morning, again, we're in the rural, so we can do this. We've got an ensuite with a beautiful big glass window, and we don't have a curtain on it. We leave it open, and our nearest neighbour's a kilometre away, so we can do that. But we have got a curtain, but we very rarely sort of pull it down. But again, you get that beautiful, it faces the east, so you get that beautiful morning light in your room, and it's a great start to the day. And I said, we've been here 12 months now, and it still feels like a bit of a honeymoon period for us. And I do this for a living, so the importance of that design is paramount.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that livability in a home is what it's all about. 'Cause the days of the beautiful, and some beautiful old period homes in Melbourne, but there's small windows,
Yeah.
they face the wrong way and this and that. So people come to us about renovating them. 9 times out of 10 we say, listen, let's think about this, let's think about this smartly, and you can put a new home, get the glass the right way, get your orientations correct, and that sustainability, energy so such a big ticket item these days, costs and so forth. Our running costs this house are very little because we've been smart in how we designed it. So the livability is fantastic.
Yeah. And I think, Karen, I mean, the whole idea of smart design, sustainability, makes your life easier as well, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. Well, I can go into our living area in the winter, and like sometimes we'll have the fire going if we need to. Otherwise, it can be off and it'll still be a comfortable room to sit in. It's not cold. I've got lots of light. I'm actually looking forward to a really good thunderstorm, so we can sit in that room and watch the thunderstorm go round, because it would be spectacular. But the amount of glass in that area is fantastic, and the whole house just works perfect.
Yeah. Great. Well, look, John, Karen, thank you for inviting me into your home. It's a beautiful home. I've had a real pleasure seeing all the livability of it. So thank you once again.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you very much.
My name's Glenn Noble. You've been watching Sacred Spaces. We'll see you next time.